Although Webtoons, if you do want to sponsor me, like, you can totally do that. Like, hey guys, what's up? It's me, your favorite. Probably not. Today is very different. You want to know why? Because you all know how in my welcome to my channel video I told you I was a fan of a lot of things. Well, that's a fact because I am. I'm a big fan of reading comics and webtoons and mangas and manhwas. Is that how you say manhwa? I have no idea. So I decided I would give you guys some webtoon recommendations. Who doesn't like webtoons, right? I personally love webtoons. I read them whenever I have the free time to read them because I can be like very busy and stuff, but I try to read them as much as I can. I'm a fan of like stories and stuff because I used to write my own stories too, like when I was in like middle school and stuff. Like, so I love seeing stories come to life in art form and comic form because I just feel like there's more meaning behind it and stuff, you know what I mean? So I'm going to introduce you guys to my top favorite webtoons. I think I only put like my top so far that I've read thoroughly. Well, there's one I haven't read thoroughly yet. I'm like on episode 36 or something of it. But these are my top ones that I chose personally. And if you know me, I'm a fan of a lot of things. Like, I'm very diverse. So like, I'll like something that's sci-fi, I'll like something that's drama, I love something that's fantasy, I love something, you know, I like anything in the mixing pot. So I want to say that my webtoons are a little diverse in a way. They include LGBTQ+, they include drama, they include slice of life, it's like heartwarming and stuff. So like, it's a full-on collection of things. I have a list of them like right here because like, I need a script for my videos now because it'll come in the brain and out the mouth like differently. So yeah, so my top favorite ones. I rated these based on the creativity and story plot because I read a ton of webtoons, so I just picked the ones that I thought were most creative and had the best story plots. So I'm thirsty. Let's get to the tea. Also, another thing before I get started, Webtoons is not sponsoring me. I wish I was sponsored by Webtoons, but they're not sponsoring me. This is just me doing something without making money. I'm just doing what I love, period. So yeah. So the first one that I'm going to be discussing is The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee Ahdiya. Also, I'm sorry if I say the names wrong. You can like clarify like in the comments how to say it, pronunciate it when you write it, so then I don't mess it up like any other time I talk about these authors. Also, be sure to please support these authors because they work really hard on the webtoons that they make. So if you support them, that would really, I'm sure that would make their day. So yeah, so The Wrath in the Dawn, its genre is fantasy. I think of it as kind of like drama too, because there's some drama parts to it, but I won't spoil anything. I won't spoil any of these for anyone who starts reading these. But The Wrath of the Dawn is a fantasy, and here's the description. Khalid the Khalifi takes a new bride each night, only to have her executed at sunrise. So it is a suspicious surprise when Shahrazad volunteers to marry Khalid. However, Shahrazad has a clever plan, not only to stay alive, but to end the murderous king's reign of terror once and for all. A reimagining of 1001 Nights. I'm so sorry, I read that so bad. Okay, yeah. This is one of my favorite webtoons because the art in this webtoon, the artistic ability, it is to die for. Like, seriously, every scenery scene I probably stopped to look at for 5 minutes on my phone because I love it so much. Like, I really recommend you guys to read it. Like, just to appreciate the art too. Like the story plot, yes, appreciate that. But the art, that's all I gotta say. Also, like with this story, it's like there's two side stories to it. So yes, Shahrazad is trying to convince the Caliph to not kill her. But she also, what she uses to make him not kill her is to tell a story each night, so that each night he gets suspicious about like, oh, what happens next and stuff. And I feel like adding that like story into it, like intertwining it, was so clever and cool. Cause like watching another story while reading a story, that's like so clever. That's what I like about The Wrath of Radon. And I rate this like 5 stars, because you guys don't understand how much I love this. Like, seriously, I love it. The second webtoon that I like is Lumine by Emma Krago. Lumine is a fantasy, and it is so adorable. Oh my god, you have no idea how adorable Lumine is. Like, I want to squish his cheeks. Like, he's so adorable. I just want to take him home and just hug him and take care of him. Like, he's been through so much. Also, let me say the story plot before. Okay, so a runaway werewolf, Lumine, meets a witch boy named Cody, and it is being hired to work as his bodyguard. Lumine, being determined to befriend Cody, tries everything to get Cody to trust him, while Cody tries to keep Lumine away from him. Their life gets more complicated after an unfortunate event that leaves them to try and survive on their own. Guys, this story is it's so heartbreaking, but it's so good at the same time. I rate this one like a 4 out of 5 stars because the art quality is starting to decrease. Like, if you look at the recent episodes, like comparing the ones from like the first 2 episodes to like now, like, yeah, the art quality kind of decreased a bit, but I do understand, because, you know, artists have lives too, guys. Like, you can't be so hard on them, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't blame them for that, but that would be the reason I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. But yeah, I really love Lumine. It's a really good webtoon. I think you guys should read it. The third webtoon I'm recommending is Internet Explorer by Mary Weathery. Internet Explorer is a web browser who isn't as popular as she used to be. This is a mix of comedy and drama, and I rated this one like 4 stars because it's honestly, it's very funny. And I really just like the idea that all these web browsers, Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, like, someone made these web browsers as anime girls, like, fighting in a computer. Like, I just think that's so clever. Like, I don't know, that's just me. Like, I really, like, think that's really clever. And yeah, I look forward to reading it. I'm pretty sure I'm on episode 46 right now, so don't spoil anything. Please don't spoil anything for me. Like, I'm begging you. I'm going to catch up, I promise. The fourth one I recommend is Green and Gold by Liza Dorina. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. This is a mix of a slice of life and a coming of age plus an LGBTQ plus story. And the description is a story about teenagers at a German boarding school. And I rated this one 3 stars out of 5, only because I wish it would update more, because I get so excited like when they like update and stuff. So like, that's the only thing. Like, I wish they'd update more, but I get it that it like takes time and stuff, so I don't really blame the author too much. Yeah, this story reminds me of like Gravity Falls if they went to a boarding school, but like, it's interesting because they go through like with the characters and stuff, they go through like the depths and like the struggles that they're going through, and like, you know, just how hard it is being a teenager. And I really appreciate that about this story, because it's coming of age and slice of life and stuff. So yeah, this is one of my favorite webtoons to read. Okay, the fifth one, guys, I really love this webtoon, and it's not because I'm a BL fan, okay? I really genuinely love this webtoon. The webtoon is called That Awkward Magic by somebody, and just, can we talk about the author for a second? I'm not saying all these other authors don't talk with their fans, but somebody is constantly on Twitter, whenever someone's like complimenting the comic or whatever, she's always there saying thank you. Like, somebody is literally the sweetest soul on earth, and like her comic is just like amazing. Like, you got a sweet person and a great comic and story who always updates. Like, that's the perfect mixing bowl. So anyway, That Awkward Magic is a fantasy and romance webtoon, and here's the description of it. This is an Evan's point of view, by the way, one of the characters. I was a normal high school guy with normal life hobbies until one day, thanks to weird events and a crazy ex-girlfriend, aka 2000, I met someone who changed my life. The ship is so cute. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, this is like literally one of my top favorite webtoons of all time because the detail, her drawing has increased so much since the beginning of the webtoon all the way to like where she is now. Like, just looking at the art, like how it's constantly grown, like she deserves a Grammy. Like, it really is such a good webtoon. I rated it 5 stars. And she's constantly keeping up with the updates. Like, the Amino allowed me to do this, but you guys should totally join That Awkward Magic Amino. I'm a curator on it, and we do a ton of fun challenges, and we always have discussions about the comic and like what's gonna happen next. What are some theories? Is this Aaron's hand? Is this Evan's hand? No spoilers. But yeah, and we always just talk about it and have fun together. So I definitely recommend you guys check out That Awkward Magic Amino. And I'll put it in the description below so then you guys can check it out. The last webtoon I'm gonna talk about is Lore Olympus, and I actually just got into this webtoon like literally, I feel like I got into it like Monday, and it's Thursday, and I just finished reading all of it. It's so... Do you like mythology? If you like mythology and you like romance, this is definitely for you. Mythology and romance. Like, it's so good, and there's so much drama and tea, like... a lot. Okay, here's a description. Witness what the gods do after dark. The friendships and the lies, the gossip and wild parties, and of course, forbidden love. Because it turns out the gods aren't so different from us, after all, especially when it comes to their problems. Stylish and immersive, this is one of mythology's greatest stories, the taking of Persephone as it's never been told before. And can I say, Persephone and Hades are the most adorable couple on the planet. Like, I love them. Like, they're so adorable. I mean, not that they're a couple yet, because I'm not spoiling anything, but they would be the most adorable couple in the world, and like, they deserve everything. Yeah. You guys should read all of these webtoons that I recommend because I have a lot of taste. Honestly, I have really good taste. Like, from other sources that I've heard from. So yeah, I definitely recommend you guys go read these webtoons. Please support the authors. I'm not sponsored by Webtoons. I wish I was. If you want it, you know when to email me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.